All right, I am back. So today we're actually fishing with baits that aren't even on the market yet, which is pretty dope. This company reached out to me on Instagram and asked me if I would just review their product. Now, I'm not sponsored by them. I'm not getting paid for doing this. This is just my honest review. All this is available on Kickstarter right now, by the way, but other than that, you can't buy them in stores or anything yet. You open up the box, it says nice to meet you. This company's actually from South Korea, which as far as I know, there aren't too many products being made in South Korea, which is kind of cool. I know JDM, like Japanese stuff, is huge, but I've never heard of anything coming out of South Korea. Whenever you open up the box at first, it's going to come with these two containers. I'll talk about those in just a second. But you open these up, they sent me a whole bunch of different colors. I think it got like 6 or 7 different packs. Package B-bait, chalupa, chupacabra, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but go ahead and open these up. Literally all this is it's just a modified tube. Got a little bit different little appendages down here. It's got a solid top half and a solid bottom half, and the middle is actually hollow. You could put a rattle in there if you wanted to, but it's actually designed for these capsules. Go ahead and dump some of these out. They're just little pellets. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but what this is it's actually scent and pheromones mixed together, and it adds I'll try to take a video of it in a glass or something later, but it adds a bleeding effect into the water. As far as I know, there is no other company that really does anything like that, which is kind of cool. I've already got one rigged up. I've got the entire middle half stuffed with those pellets, and we're gonna go see if we can't catch some fish. So this is a pond that I haven't fished in probably a year or so. There aren't too many fish in it, but the fish that you do catch are just grossly big. They're absurd. And like I said, I'm gonna fish the whole way around this, but I'm gonna call my shot and say if I do catch a big one, it's gonna be in that back corner or along this side of the dam over here. So with ponds like these, I like to fish what I can see. Like I see rock around all of this, all around the outside, and I don't know what's in the middle. So, I mean, I will make a few casts out there, but in ponds like this, especially where there's no grass, they're gonna pull up on structure. Like there are trees and limbs laying around here. Really all I'm doing is casting this thing out there, letting it hit the bottom, and then dragging it over these rocks. I've got a tungsten weight on there. I think it's a 3/8 ounce. So I'd let it get down there and I can really feel every single rock. So fishing is all about just noticing what's around you. Like back there in that corner, I was seeing a lot more bluegills, a lot more rock. Now we're getting up here into a ton of mud. Fish don't want to be in this stuff. They want to be on hard cover, like wood, rock, you name it, they'll be on it, as long as it's not necessarily mud. I mean, I will still fish this, but I'm gonna fish it a lot quicker than the high percentage areas that I'm looking for. There's one. Biggin. Oh yeah, boys. Right where you want to hook them. Let him go. So that's that stuff you want to feel for, though, if you're making casts away from the bank. Like that submerged brush out there, I was just dragging it through it. But that's the stuff that they'll hold on. My initial impressions are, I really like this thing. Tubes are known for, instead of just going straight down, they kind of like glide down, they circle in a way. And I'm noticing that with this, which is a really good sign. It's that tubes are so popular because it's a lot more natural instead of just something going straight down. Another thing that I really like about this bait is how much salt is in it. They loaded the head up, probably the first ½ an inch of the bait is that solid part before that chamber, and they just load it up with salt. So the weight of the bait is towards the head, which you can throw this weightless a lot easier than most baits. It's gonna cast further, it's gonna sink better. All around, just salt makes baits 10 times better, and this one is absolutely loaded with it. You can literally squeeze it and see it coming out. kind of been overwhelmed with the amount of support that I've been getting on my videos. I'm gonna try to start posting at least once a week. If you guys could do me a huge favor, if you enjoy this, please leave a like on the video. I just tripped over there and ripped a huge hole in my sock, so your boy could use a couple extra bucks for a new pair. All right, so I made a little bit of a switch. I fished the entire pond, didn't get bit. I changed to a brown color and also switched up to a little bit lighter of a weight. I don't know, just testing theories that I kind of have. Biggin. There we go. Honestly, I was starting to... been out here for like 2 hours probably. Probably about a 2-pounder. It's a decent size for this pond, but it makes me feel a heck of a lot better. I'll kind of explain why I switch things up. See, dude? Alright, so to kind of walk you guys through why I decided to switch up. I feel like these fish are more so suspended off the bottom versus on the actual bottom, like on the rocks. That weight that I was throwing was a little bit heavier than this one, so it was dragging. This one I'm kind of popping it up, fishing the whole range of the water column instead of just on the bottom. And I switched, I switched from red to that green pumpkin, then I switched to this brown before I finally got bit. I know this pond is infested with bluegills, and this is the, what the heck? This is the color that's gonna like most, I thought I got bit again. This brown matches them pretty much perfectly. Since there's so many bluegill in here, I know that that's probably what the bass are gonna be feeding on, because there's no shad, or there might be some crawfish, but their primary forage is gonna be those bluegill. Another reason I switched up to that lighter weight is a lighter weight gives the bait more action. It lets it do it. It lets it do its own thing. I can't even speak. It lets it do its thing versus just going straight down to the bottom. And a tube is a very erratic motion. Every time you pop it, it doesn't jump straight up. It's going to go side to side. It just looks a lot more natural and gets them to react a little bit better, I think. That's really all fishing is just eliminating water, and I mean, it's science. Like, you have your hypothesis, you go out there and test it, and you make adjustments. Yeah, there's another one. Oh my God. That was probably a 4 or 5 pounder. Whew. We're on to something now. Alright, well, that's gonna be it for today. I'm tired and hungry. Overall, I'm really impressed with these bee baits. The only complaint that I would have is that after that one fish that I did catch, that bait was completely torn, but I mean, that's to be expected. They can't last forever. But if you guys liked the video, please go ahead and like it. Again, I really appreciate all the support, and like I said, I'm going to try to start uploading a lot more. But alright, yeah, thank you. Oh, I got goose shit in my sandal. Ugh.
I done seen a lot of shit I never told. Been through a lot of shit you probably never know. Bitches lying niggas hate, so they gon' do the most. Be like this till I die, I never sell my soul.